Okay, good afternoon. We have, how many people we are today? We are today 19 people, 19 participants. Oksana, good afternoon.
Good morning, Rosti.
Yeah, for us, it's already 12 o'clock, so it's noon.
Not yet here.
From the formal point of view, it's good afternoon. So today we are going to talk about the industrial 8-inch arrow unit, and we will make a soft start of our Friday talk today. I will share my screen and I will show some pictures of what we are going to talk today. So this is the web page of the Friday talks that now I'm sharing the screen with you. And today we have a live stream from our training center. Where we will take a look in details to the Ecosoft 8-inch commercial aero unit. And I would like to remind to everyone that we are two people from Ecosoft, me and Oksana, who will talk to you today, asking questions each other. And mainly Oksana will be asking me, but I have some questions to Oksana also. And I would like to tell everyone that all the videos and all the live talks, all the Friday talks are recorded. And every Monday, next Monday, just after the Friday, we put them online. And you have access. A regeneration of a software just finished, I believe, or started. So a little bit of noise. So all the videos are here. And you may see them for the second time, or you may share this video with your colleagues. And also, I welcome you to visit Ecosoft YouTube channel. So all the videos from the Friday talks and also more videos that we do here at Ecosoft. All the videos are available online here, and you may subscribe. Here you have the Ukrainian, but I believe you have it in your language. So if you subscribe, then you would have a notification that every time we download a video, you would have a notification. So you may actually browse our channel and find all the video. There are many videos both in Ukrainian and in English, but all the English videos are collected in a special playlist. So you may also see many educational videos, and also there are some promotional videos. So this is a little bit of information part. And today we are going to talk on the commercial reverse osmosis, industrial reverse osmosis units. So as usual, I will start with the introduction of these units on our web page. We work a lot on the ecosoft.com. So if you don't visit it for a week, then you will find after a week or 2 weeks, you will find more and more information downloaded. So I advise all the time, if you need information on the product, just go online, go to the product card you are interested in, and then you would find new information available. So today our topic is 8-inch aero units. So basically we produce two lines. We produce the inox line and the regular line. And we have the capacity of the units from 2 membrane elements. So this is the smallest, up to 9 membrane elements in the inox version. And we have the regular series that ends up with 48 membrane elements in one unit. Also, we have a range of membrane elements, 8-inch membrane elements that we recently added to the web page. So you may find both the technical documentation and also the product portfolio on the industrial membranes, starting with Ecosoft low pressure membrane, and as well as film tech membranes that we use in our units. And I would like to draw your attention to the accessories that we have always, not only in our portfolio, but also in our stock. So we have the permeate flushing kit, the blending kit, the CIP station, the dosing stations, the dosing pump kits, and also chemicals. Yeah, chemicals that you would definitely require to make the startup. So this is what we talk today. So behind me, you see this unit. This is 8-inch inox MO3. So it is designed for 3 membrane elements. But there is a small difference. So this is not a serial product. This is the upgraded product because it is equipped with the Econnect controller. So this is the special product that is made for a customer, not on the stock. And we would talk in details on this unit. So at this point, I will stop sharing my display. And now we are 22 people online. Good. Let's check if our participants can hear us well, can see us, and then we can move to the questions and discussion. Please give us a sign if you are online, if the sound is okay. Oksana, do you hear? Oksana?
Which kind of sign you want? Online super course. Thank you.
Good, good. So now we can talk, Oksana. It's time for the questions and answers. So what we have for today?
By the way, Rosti, I'm intrigued that you have questions to me. That is very interesting. Good. Basically, I just want you to start from the general overview. When customer receive the industrial system, 8-inch RO system, how it arrives? What is the scope of supply of this system?
Yeah, the scope of supply is a very good question, and I would like to show it to show to everyone the scope of supply. So I will ask. So first, what we have to explain that all the units are delivered in the wooden crate. So this is the wooden crate with easy removal of the wall. And by supplying this way, we ensure that the units that you will get the unit in safe. Then inside the crate, you will find, of course, you will find the unit. We just extracted it from the wooden crate, and also you have a secret box. Why is it secret? Because many customers.
Rosti, I'm sorry. Maybe something wrong with the sound, because I suppose we hear you not through the microphone, we hear you through the laptop.
Let's
yes.
give me a moment. Let's. This is the microphone. Thank you. Now you should hear me better.
Try to come closer to the crate and then speak.
Let's check. So this is the box with the small parts, and this is, I call it a secret box now, because many customers just forget. They put it out from the box and just forget about it. But inside there are many useful information and useful parts. So first of all, you have a folder with the documents, and I will show briefly. So this is the manual for the electrical part. This is very useful. I will come back to it later. Then you have a warranty. Then you have the manuals. Then you have the manuals both for the system and the manual for the controller. Then you have the warranty for the Grundfos pump. So this is very important because this is the worldwide warranty. So in any country where you do the startup, Grundfos supports the pump. And if you have any problems during the startup, or if you have any failures during operation, you may contact the local Grundfos service center via us or directly, and then you would receive a support from the Grundfos globally. This is very important. Also, you have the manual, the installation and instruction manual for the CR pump. As this unit is equipped with the Econnect controller, so it has the plastic SIM card. So the SIM card is already installed in the controller, but the folder or the holder of the card is here. So if you might have any issues, you have the identification number of the SIM card. So it's better to keep it. And when you contact the technical support, you can tell the number, and then they will understand what system you are starting up. So basically, this is the scope of supply. This is what I have showed the documents. Then you have the cartridges for the sediment filters, and also we have the adapters. So these are the spare adapters. These are 1-inch adapter for the high rejection membrane, and this is important, a very small but important part. And inside the pressure vessels, we have the adapters that are installed for the high flow membranes. I will ask my colleague to show it. Віталія, можеш показати мені, будь ласка, цей адаптер дати? Він вже встав, я ж вас витягнути, правильно? Чи не витягнути?
Не важко.
And inside the unit, we have the 1.125 adapter is installed. For example, if you use the membrane like XLE 440, so XLE 440 is a high flow membrane, you just leave this adapter in the pressure vessel. But if you use the high rejection membrane that provide a low flow, then you have to replace this permeate adapter with another one that is in the box. So it is important that we supply 2 types, and you don't have to buy or source separately these adapters. But you remember that they are in the box, so you have to find them there. I draw attention to this point because we have some requests to the technical support that our dealers do not find these adapters and they source them somewhere, making the startup more complicated. So this is the answer, Oksana, to your question, the scope of supply.
Yeah, thank you, Rosti. If someone's have any other questions regarding this, you may ask, of course, online, or you can ask your question via the chat. We
already have questions.
Yes.
Maybe I can go through them. So customer-made units are also available, not only the standard one. So of course we prefer to supply the standard units that are almost all the time we have on stock. But if you have any special requirements, you may, of course, it would be nice to know these requirements, and then we have 2 options. So option number 1, we could meet these requirements by using standard units plus options that we have on stock. This is one way. There is also a second option. So we could design the system up to you, and we normally do it for the units for the high flow, for the flow with 10 cubes and higher. We may do the special design and we may include the special requirements that you have. For instance, the permeate rotameter with MA input. Well, the CRI or CRN pumps are possible. So we have done several projects with the CRN pumps. This is possible. The flow meter with milliamps output. If it's just a flow meter with the output, it is also possible. The only question would be the lead time. So normally the lead time for the custom-made products is 6 weeks. Starts from the 6 weeks. Normally it's 6 weeks, sometimes more. So these are the answers to these 2 questions from the answer to this question, yes.
Okay.
Oksana, do we
we
often
can
have requests on the special scope of supply? Or this is...
Yeah, also good question. You know, Rosti, so also, I wanted to add that industrial Ecosoft 8-inch aero system have been changed during the periods. So at the moment, we managed to do them in the way that we can, because of these special kits of row blending, permeate flashing, different types of membrane, we can adjust them according to the customer needs. So, and we could close like 95% of the requests with our standard units and these additional options that we haven't always in stock. So like in 95% standard system. Of course, we have like some special requests, but it's not so often and more related to like seawater aero or with the water with very high TDS.
Okay, so I can only add to the answer of Oksana that we know these special requests, and our way of doing and our way of thinking and designing that we try to collect all these requests, and then we convert them to the serial products or serial options, and we do our best to meet even your tailor-made requests quite fast. So this is why 95% of your requests we may cover with a standard product. And there are some more questions that we have online. If we're planning to do the 8-inch seawater aero, at the moment, no. But this is what we think about. We are not planning, but we consider this opportunity. And this is the question. Then the question from Yuri is, what is the TDS, the maximum input TDS? So it depends on the line. So for the regular line, the maximum TDS is 3,000 ppm. And for the inox line, the maximum TDS is 450, 4,500 ppm. So basically, so there is a question from Jalal. If we have the brackish water, so for some cases, the 4,500 ppm is already a brackish water unit, and you may use basically this particular unit with inox line for the desalination of the brackish water.
Okay. The question from my side, maybe some of our customers always heard from us that Ecosoft Ecosoft system are specifically made for tap water aero. Now we have in all the documents, and you just said that our system can work with 4,500 TDS. How could it happen?
Yeah, I would like to answer this question by showing what we mean by inox line. So the inox line is not only the frame. So basically, when you buy an inox unit, it has the frame made of 304 stainless steel. Also, this inox line is equipped with wheels. So the system can be easily moved. So I may show to you how you can move it. So it's, well, you need to apply some force, but generally it's quite easy to move this unit by one person. And I would like to show what else besides the frame is made of stainless steel. I will stand here. So we have the high pressure line that connects the high pressure pump and the pressure vessels also made of stainless steel. This is 316. This is 316, and we may increase the pressure up to 15 bar. And this was our initial goal, just to produce a unit for the tap water, but made of stainless steel frame and stainless steel high pressure line. And then eventually we have discovered that many of our customers, they started utilizing these units for the brackish water unit. So what they do, they put a little bit more powerful feed pump not for 2 bar, but for 4 bar or 5 bar on the inlet. And then you can increase the pressure of, you can increase the operating pressure up to 15 bar. And then if you have the high temperature, like the Mediterranean countries or the Middle East, where the water temperature is a little bit higher than in the north of Europe, and then if you use the XLE 440 membrane element or other high flow membrane element, basically you may do the desalination of the brackish water with this particular unit. And also this year and the last year, we have also a big project that we made together with UNICEF in the south of Ukraine, where the water is delivered directly from the sea with the TDS up to 7,000 ppm, and we actually utilized exactly this unit, the MO3, with Econnect for the desalination of the water with even higher TDS. The only difference that this particular unit provided around 1 or 1.5 cubes an hour of the permeate, not 3 cubes an hour like we would have on the tap water. But this is also an opportunity how we could utilize our Inox series. I think we have some questions, some more questions. So there was a question from Enrico. So basically, all the units that we have on stock are equipped with OS 5000 series, not 6000. But this one is not a serial one, so this is made for the customer. And so this one is equipped with OS 6000 and has Econnect feature, and it's also available for the special orders. So you may order 8-inch RO with remote control with Econnect function.
Would this be as a serial product in the future?
Yeah, actually, we are preparing ourselves to make it serial. So by doing getting more and more experience in Ukraine. So last year and already this year, we have already launched around 20 units, 8-inch with Econnect. So we are getting more and more experience. And then as soon as we are sure and as soon as we are confident with the quality, then we will introduce the OS 6000 and we introduce the Econnect feature to the serial product. Also, there is a question from Yuri, how complicated to launch the system? Well, it depends how well you are trained. For example, for our technical support, this is, I would say, easy job. But for the untrained people who are not trained at all, I would say that mission is almost impossible. So we have to consider that this is the professional equipment and you have to be trained. You have to prepare yourself for the startup. So you have how to prepare is we have very detailed manuals on how to start up the unit. And also you may talk to our technical support engineers. So before you're going to do the startup, you may have the conversation with them, and then they will make yourself prepared for the startup. And of course, we will support you with this first startup. And then after first 1 or 2 launches, you will be ready to start units by yourself. So we have questions, Oksana. I will switch to questions, and then so there is another question from Yuri: is how is the temperature affects the work of the system? What is the limit for the temperature? This is a very good question, and I will jump a little bit to the product catalog to answer this question in details. So let me share the screen. So so first, you may, if you go to the main page, at ecosoft.com, here on the main page, you have the button download the catalog. So you go to the catalog, and this is, you may find the MO3, for example, this one. And here you have the graph that explains the influence of the feed water TDS and the temperature. So we have here the curves for 3 temperatures that I mentioned here. And then you may find the capacity. For example, if you are in the north of Europe, in one of the Scandinavian countries, let's say, so then you take the 5 Celsius, and if your TDS is 2000 ppm, so then your flow rate at 5 degrees Celsius and 2000 ppm would be a little bit less. It's like 2.9 cubes an hour. It's important to mention if you use XLE for 140. If you would use another membrane element, then you would have to do the calculation by yourself, or you may contact our technical support and they will assist you with the calculation. Then we have a question from Raivis, perhaps. Yeah, you are absolutely right. It would be much more easier to do the maintenance if the filters are located in front, and this is one of the projects that we are working on to reframe the units and to make them more friendly for the maintenance, more, I would say, as we say, more friendly to water professionals. So then there is a question from Jalal about the 4,500 ppm TDS and the high recovery. So in this particular case, I would not go so high. So with this kind of TDS, I would be around 70–75% of recovery. And what I would do, I would do the calculation for the saturation of the unit and for the saturation of the water. And I would also do the calculation of the performance in the wave to see what would be the pressure and what would be the right membrane for this particular application. For example, in the south of Ukraine, where we have the TDS of around 6,000 to 7,000 ppm, we go to the recovery rate from 50 to 60%. And by this, we reduce the concentration, the salt concentration on the concentrate line. So this is the way how we use our cereal products to treat water with high TDS. And then your last question on the Econnect. We do not show the gauge value. So what we show is the flow rate, and we show the TDS before and after. Also, we show the temperature of water, and the data are not normalized. So you see the real-time data. But the normalization of the data is a very good idea, as we have the only thing we don't have the pressure readings. We don't have, so this is the reason why we cannot normalize it 100%, but we can normalize it based on the temperature. This is a good question that give us ideas on the further development. So as soon as we do not have question in the chat, we may switch to our discussion with Oksana. Oksana, yeah. I have a question to you.
Okay.
How many industrial units you have sold in July? Because we say that we have the units on stock, and this is also, I think, would be very interesting for the participants to know how many units we sell.
Yeah, this is the very good question, and yeah, July was one of the best months within the year. We sold almost 9 systems. 9 was dispatched and 1 was in the order. So 9 industrial systems. So this is a very good number. And if to go back a few years ago, when we made and sell the system specifically for the order, and the lead time was like, Dio mio, like 4 weeks. So that, if to compare with 2 systems or 1 system per month, now we have the big sales. And what I wanted to tell that starting from MO2 up to MO9, we always keep in stock. And we always say our partners that do not afraid to keep the systems on stock, because at the moment, customer value more time. not the money. And even though you are investing in the stock, you are having just immediate sales for these big industrial systems. So 9 system is not a problem to sell in 1 month if you have them.
Good. So I think this is a very good result. So you have 9 orders and 9 deliveries.
Yeah.
100%.
And you know what is most important, Rosti, that the first request we needed for tomorrow from the customers. So this is everything is very connected.
So we have some more questions from Yuri. What is the solution if the TDS is changing? Well, it's actually there could be several answers to your question. It depends what is the variation or what is the deviation of the TDS. For example, in the south of Ukraine, where the project that I have mentioned, we have the deviation from 1,000 to 7,000 ppm. So this is a great deviation. And then to handle this, we have equipped our units with the eConnect function that, and then this enables our dealer to know when the deviation happens. So when the feed water is changing, the dealer has the notification in the eConnect function, and then they may reset the units, readjust the unit, and then this is one way of doing. So if you have the eConnect function, then you do the notification, and then you help the customer to adjust the unit to feed these changes. Then there is a second option if the deviation are not so wide, then you can just adjust the system to the worst parameters in order to provide the customer with the right quality of the water. During the summertime, normally the TDS of the permeate is going up, because if the temperature is going up, your TDS is also going up. So then you adjust the system in the way so that during summertime, the customer is happy with the TDS of the permeate. And then when the winter would come, you would have less water, but your TDS would be even though lower. But anyway, the customer would be happy with the quality of the water. So this is the way this is the way how I would answer. I would react to the different levels of the TDS. Then there is a question from Enrico, which membrane you use. So actually we supply the system with no membranes. And then this is up to you, and this is up to customer, water quality, water quantity, what kind of membranes you would install. In our membrane portfolio, at the moment, we have 2 types of membranes. We have the FilmTech membranes from DuPont, and we have 5 membrane elements. The most popular one are EcoPro, XLE 440, and also we have the ELP membrane, Ecosoft low pressure membrane. This is what we have in the Ecosoft, and also soon we would extend our product portfolio for the Ecosoft membranes. So we would have 1 more membrane in the family, and of course we will inform you and other people about these changes. And there is a question also on the CIP. Yeah, the system we have actually, I would like to show. I have to move the system again. Well, it has wheels, but sometimes you need a little bit more force to do. So I will ask if we can show. So here we have the CIP inlet and outlet. So these are 2 threads, and these are ready to connect. So you may connect the CIP station to this particular unit, and then you could do the CIP just on the customer place. And also in the sorry, also on the web page, you may find the information of the CAP available, because for all units that we have on stock, we have a standard CAP stations that you may use to clean the systems. And of course, we may provide our manual on the procedure of the CAP as well as chemicals to do the cleaning, because we have quite an experience to do that.
Rosti, can you please extend the topic about CAP, because we also have the question from Enrico about our own CAP stations. What is the range? How we divide them?
So now you may see my screen, and this is our. So you may go to the web page and then go to the CAP station. And let me browse a little bit. Just a moment, let me, because we have the, I wouldn't go to the price lists, but we have the units, we have the CAP units. For example, this one is good for units from 6 to 16 membrane elements. So this is one CAP station, and then here we have another one that is good for the membrane, for the units that fit RO units with 2, 3, and 4 membrane elements. And also, of course, we have a larger ones that are produced, that are tailor-made for the customer needs. But these two cover the complete range. So here,
in most cases, sorry, Rosti, I interrupt you. In most cases, the bigger ones, like starting from MO16, like MO20, they are already built into the system. So they are integrated on the big industrial systems.
Well, this is one of the options. So we may do so. We may also integrate the CAP stations in the larger units, as well as we may supply them separately. So this is normally we do not provide the CAP stations on board. Normally we supply them. We prefer to supply them separately, because this then, if it is on board, it makes the unit a little bit more complicated, and it does not always need it. If this answers your questions.
We have the question from Ravis.
Yeah, there is a question. So when we supply the CAP station, it has the flexible hoses, and then it has the fittings that helps you quite easy to connect, to make the thread connection. And yeah, we do not supply it with the clamps, because clamps is something more special, and maybe you will use yours. Your type of clamps. So we prefer to provide a standard threads rather than clamps. So this is the reason why we do so. But I agree that the fast connection maybe is more convenient for you. Then we have a question from Enrico. Can you explain what is SMBS, so that I understood what you mean, and then I will provide the answer. What's SMBS stands for? Now, sodium. Okay. Well, when we do the CAP, we do not suggest to do it with the sodium hypochlorite or chloric acid, because if you are not you, but if the people on site are not experienced enough, they may easily exceed the pH level. And this is the reason why we do not recommend to use the pure chemicals. What we recommend to use is the chemicals that are provided under Ecosoft or BWT brand. So the special chemicals that has the buffer, and it's not quite easy to shift the pH outside the limits. And of course, you would need to go the system to put the system offline during the CAP. Normally, our experience is we do it. So there are two ways. So the first way, we just come and take out the membranes and clean them at the and the service center while the customer is using temporary membrane. So install the temporary membrane, then the system goes offline for a few hours. So this is one way. There is also another way. We train people on site, and then they do the CAP overnight. So they start with the cleaning with the low pH, with the high pH, sorry. So we start with the high pH cleaning. Sometimes we add the biocide, and then we finish with the acid cleaning. And then we keep the system in the acid solution overnight, just to remove the calcium, the deposits from the membrane. So these are two ways that we and our water dealers do on the cleaning. There is also the question from Raivis. Share the PAD of CAP units. Yes, we may provide. We will provide you the P&ID, and I can answer immediately. We have the filter is included, so we have the pump, we have the filter, we have the pressure gauge with the not only the pressure but also the temperature measurements, and also we have the tank on the CAP station. And of course, I will ask Alexei to provide you the P&ID scheme afterwards. And they are not automated, so they are manual. Sodium, yeah, and answering the last on the sodium metabisulfite, yeah, we use it if we keep the membranes. If we keep the membranes on the shelf after the cleaning, yes, we always use the sodium metabisulfite to preserve membrane from the oxygen and biofouling. It's good. We have so many questions. Oksana, now we come back to you again.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's very nice to see so many questions, technical questions, basically. Oh, another one. How about heater on CAP unit?
We do not have a heater because normally when you start the CAP, normally the chemicals heat up itself by itself because of the reaction and because of the circulation pump. And this is the reason why we do not use the heater, because the temperature is going up by itself, not by itself, by the pump, due to pump operation and due to chemical reaction. And this is why we do not use the heater. But if you need one, this is what I believe can be modified on site by yourself if it's needed. The question is definitely yes, not only beer, maybe wine, but beer for the summertime is also good. What is, we will talk in details when and at what country. But you and always also everyone is highly welcome to Belgium. This is, I think, in my opinion, is a very good place to have beer.
Yeah, indeed, I can confirm that. I don't know. Maybe I do not have so interesting question as our guests have, but at least they are very frequently asked about the pump. So we were talking about the pump a lot today. Can you please advise, do we use the same pump for the regular system and inox system? And what is the specific of that pumps? How we can search the information about the pump? Because this is very interesting. Many customers ask about the curves of the pump, about the technical, electrical requirements for the pumps.
Yeah, first of all, I would start answering your question, and then I will show how we suggest to do. So we use the same, if we talk about MO3 in inox version and in a regular version, we would use the same pump, and it is CR3. I'm asking Vitaly, my colleague, what is the name of the pump? Is it CR, this one? Yeah. This is CR10. 1012, so this is CR1012, and this particular pump is used for both MO3 inox and the regular one. And of course, we can provide you information on the pump on all other units. But I would like to show you, I think I wouldn't move the system again. And also, you may use the Grundfos data center. Який треба код показати. And then on this shield, you may see, actually, I think we should go in front, and it's better to show in front. I'm asking Vitaly to show because, to be honest, I've never checked the curves online in the Grundfos data center. But on this shield, you have to take this long number. Which one? So this the number that is mentioned in the type. So this is CR 1012 AAA, a little bit down E. So when you input this particular number in the Grundfos product data center, then you would have the curve exactly on this model, and then you may see the pump performance straight away. And maybe I will ask Alexei to send to put the link here on the Grundfos product data center, so that everyone know exactly what we mean by Grundfos product data center. Also, I have to add to the question of Oksana on the Grundfos. So we use on all models, we use the CR on all RO units, we use the CR pump. So this is the vertical pump with the stainless steel parts inside. So all the parts inside the pump that are connected, that are in contact with water, are made of stainless steel 304. And then we could use these pumps up to 4,500 ppm on the feed water. And also, I would repeat it once again. I have mentioned it in the beginning. So we have the global warranty from the Grundfos factory on all pumps. Of course, on the CR pumps and also on the CM pumps that we supply with the 4-inch commercial RO units. And if you have any problems during the startup or maintenance, you may contact Grundfos locally by yourself, or you may contact them via Ecosoft, and then we help to solve the technical issues with the Grundfos pump in your country. Yeah, the answer to the question from Jalal is yes. Yes, and I would prefer to have few calculation with you. So if you would provide the water report and the demands on the water quality, so then we could do the calculation and we would provide you the detailed information on how we advise and how we recommend to run the system. So this is a part of our daily routine, the calculations, and we would give you the exact answer to your question, not just a general recommendation. On the unit, I see 6 pressure gauges. Is a double pass? No, this is not a double pass at all. Let me explain. Let me explain a little bit the pressure gauges if the question appears. So we have the feed pressure, then we have the pressure after the sediment filter, then we have the permeate pressure, and then we have the concentrate pressure after the first stage, after the second stage, and this is the operating pressure is the pressure just after the pump. So this is this 2-stage by concentrate, not by permeate, and this is why we have the 6 pressure gauges. And then maybe I could also extend a little bit my answer on the double pass units. So this is not an everyday question, but from time to time we receive questions on the double pass RO, and we have big experience to build double pass schemes based on standard units. So what we do, we calculate 2 units separately, and then we install on site. We install 2 units. Very often, these are units with different number of membrane elements and different type of membrane elements inside. And in between, normally we install the pressure tank to somehow make the buffer, the water buffer between the units. Very often, we also install the pH correction between 2 units. And we also may help you to complete this kind of scheme, the double pass on permeate by permeate, using the standard units. Yeah, now we can, Oksana, I believe you may have some more questions.
Yeah, I do have. To be honest, I have quite a lot of questions more, and I think we need to extend this topic for the next Friday talks as well, because we will not be able to cover all of them. So to finalize the maybe this meeting, can you also please tell about the options that we have, as we talked about the options already, permeate flushing and blending kit?
I think this is, I will answer this question. I think it's a very good idea to make the second episode, I would say. The second episode next Friday on the 8-inch commercial, 8-inch industrial RO. And I think that today I will answer this question. Maybe we would have some more questions from our guests. And so I will bring it here. Yeah, you may, I will put it here, and then we will explain a little bit the product. So. Put it like this. So when we say the options, so basically these options are supplied in separate boxes, and for this MO3 with MO3 we have two options available. So this is IMO, and this values means that this particular box would fit MO unit with 1, 2, 3, and 4 membrane element systems. And I stands for the injection. So it means that this part is for water blending. So we may blend feed water to the permeate when we use this box. We have also the second box that is called PMO. So MO and numbers I have already explained. It has the same meaning. P means for permeate. It means that this unit, this box is designed for the permeate flushing. And we may look inside. So what we have inside, of course, everything is well packed. So I did already the unpacking. But here you have the already assembled part for the water injection. Basically, you have a place. Here. I will. So what you normally do? So what you may mount it here. So here I will ask to show the camera from the back part, from this side, please. So you have the special nuts here, and also you have the.
Rosti, just a second, because we do not see anything. Can you show the nuts more clearly?
Можно ручку? So these are the nut. Maybe it's their own English, not the nuts. But these are the holes with the thread, not the nuts. This is the hole with the thread for the clamps that are in the box, and you just connect the blending kit here, and also you have the electrical connection. So it's quite easy. You connect the blending kit to the power channel. But how to connect to the power panel, you will learn next Friday. And what is also important that we have the manual inside with the steps on how to do that. So this is, and also we explain not only the hydraulic connection, but the electrical connection. And also how you have to change the settings. So this is the answer to your question.
Great.
And let's, I think for today, we have to finish for today. And I
Yes.
will provide the answer on the flushing kit next Friday.
We have another question request from Rick. So can we do a session on a troubleshooting and water pretreatment? Yes, of course we can. And we would much appreciate if you could share with us your cases if you faced with
troubles.
any, especially troubles.
Especially
yes.
troubles. This is actually our favorite part of the job, to fix various complicated cases where you have to how to meet the custom requirements, and especially when you have some limitations on the water quality, of the water quantity, space. So please, if you have Rick, if you have any interesting cases, please provide us. If no, we have ours. But anyway, we would see you next Friday. It would be the second episode on the 18 Sharo. Yeah, this is basically. I have to say thank you to all the participants for so many interesting questions, and also thank you, Oksana, also for very nice questions. Actually, and we did not cover many questions that we wanted to discuss. So, thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you too. Thank you for our guest that joining me today for asking the questions to Rosti. That is very exciting. And have a nice Friday to everyone, and see you next time.
Yeah. Have a nice weekend and see you next Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.